Hello everyone, welcome to the Gemini Scorpio season / November reading. You can have Gemini anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this video, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, Gemini, they weren't really giving me like a lot of messages beforehand. They told me to get a song on shuffle for you guys, and the song that I got on shuffle is Fitness by Lizzo. And the first thing I saw in the lyrics when I was listening to it, in parentheses it says toot toot beep beep, and it's like I'm like Gemini needs to start tooting their own horn is what I was hearing with that. And that song, as Lizzo, all her songs are really about, like self-empowerment and everything, and that song is no different. And it's talking about, getting in the gym and just like really loving your body, like no matter what stage it's at, and just wanting it to be at its best. So maybe that's like the transformation that you're either in right now or you're trying to get into, because the Scorpio season is all about transformation. So maybe you're trying to literally transform your body is what I'm hearing. And anyway, so let's see. We're going to go ahead and start with, did they say anything else? No, just focus on your body. It said toot toot, Gemini. Or, with that too, it's like a train, right? Like get on the train tracks, start going, start moving forward, and just like chugging along, working on I was going to say on yourself, but on your body, on yourself. And, fitness can apply to, like mental fitness as well. So maybe it's like your mind, but you'll see. Okay, what is the animal card for Gemini? Oh, 2 came out. Well, that's interesting. So the crocodile was in reverse. I don't usually take reversals, especially with the animal cards. And then the vulture's on the bottom. So what's interesting is the colorings of the crocodile's eyes is almost exactly the same as what's in the bee. So it's like this crocodile has this bee in its sights. But also, if you see here, this bee is like the green and the yellow is around the bee. The bee is actually in this white center. And then the crocodile's eyes, it's like the green and the yellow, and then the center. So it's almost like this bee energy is like what you have your vision set on, but you feel like out of sorts. Crocodile is about laying in wait, patience, kind of, So maybe you're feeling like, maybe you're ready. You're just ready to get going. And especially with that bee energy, because if the bee is in the crocodile's eyes, it's like, I feel like this is you, Gemini, and this is where you're aspiring to be. And so it's like you feel a little discombobulated right now, and you feel a little turned upside down, because crocodile is a water energy. But here, that's the elemental symbol for fire. So it's like you're wanting to go from this watery to this fiery. And then this is air, but which you're an air sign. But when I see the bee, I think like busy bee. Like you want to start getting, especially with that song, it's like you want to start getting up and going. And with the vulture, vultures are all about, they're very, very beneficial to the world and to the environment. They're very, very important to the environment. They do a lot of not unnecessary, but they do a lot of work that not many creatures want to do, They clean up disease from the world. And so that's like the underlying excuse me, maybe your body is really telling you like it needs cleaned up, or something in your life is really, really needing cleaned. I am going to look in the book for these for these cards, just to get a more in-depth thing here for them. So it takes me, excuse me, it takes me a minute to find them because they're not in any particular order. They're only categorized by like the elements, but then in here it's like the moth, the butterfly, the bat. They're not in alphabetical or anything like that. So they're kind of hard to find. Water. Okay. You know, it's so interesting because I said about this being water and now with it reversed, it's fire. So in here, in the top meanings are resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. So it's like you're done cooling off. You're ready to not be cooled off anymore. You're ready to just kind of flip it upside down and get a little bit more of that passion, fiery side of you going. Okay, let's see here. Because when a crocodile is out of balance, they feel stuck and they lash out. So you need to find something to get unstuck, to get up out of that water and go like be a little bit more busy. Earnest, hardworking, democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Oh my gosh, Gemini. I feel like maybe if you've been like secluded recently, you know, with all the whole pandemic thing going on, that kind of goes against the Gemini's nature. You know, Geminis are very social creatures. And I really feel like you're just kind of really needing to get up and going, and I know that's hard to do in some parts of the country, but at least, I don't know, they're asking you to at least like pour yourself into like healing your body, at least, not at least, because that's a very important thing to do in life. Let's see, bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and they sting. When in balance, content, active, vibrant. When out of balance, overworked, annoyed. To bring into balance, mini vacation. So yeah, and I'm really getting a lot of encouragement for you guys to just kind of like go, just pour a lot of energy into the self-respect, self-work type of vibe. Okay, let's see here. What are we going to use first? What tarot are we going to use first? Hang on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the 78, or no, not the 78 Doors Tarot. But that's interesting that I said that, because maybe, am I supposed to do 78? Maybe I'm going to clarify with the 78 Doors. Okay, so we're going to start with Everyday Witch. Okay, what is the energy for Gemini for Scorpio season / November for this crocodile bee energy for Gemini, please? Gemini. What is the energy for Gemini, please, for this crocodile bee energy? Yeah. So we have the Two of Swords here, and this Two of Swords specifically, you know, she's blindfolded and she has a black cat and a crow here, and she's already has a bullseye. She's already hit the target, but she's getting ready to throw again. Because she's blindfolded, she doesn't know. But with here, the crow's beak is open, so it sounds like it's cawing, So maybe it's trying to tell her, like, don't throw again. You've already hit the bullseye. There's something that you've already done, but you're second guessing yourself. And that's interesting because the Five of Swords is on the bottom, and Five of Swords is about, like, it can represent selfishness, you know, wanting to do everything yourself. I don't know if that's necessarily it, but there's 5 swords and she has 2 swords, and it's almost like you just keep second guessing yourself. Like, she's gonna throw the second sword and be like, oh, that's not good enough, I need to get these other 3 swords, let me throw these other 3 swords. But she actually already has the answer. Okay, let's keep going. What is this bullseye represented by here? What is it representing for Gemini, please? What is this bullseye energy? You know, and I'm also seeing this bee. Oh my gosh, this bee looks like this bullseye for this crocodile. Because that bee's right in the center, and that crocodile is like honing in on that bee. And the bee isn't going to nourish the crocodile. It's, you know, it's far too small, but it's almost like it's an energy. The crocodile wants that bee energy to be able to flit around and go admire all the pretty stuff, like all the pretty flowers. And okay, what is this bullseye? What is the bullseye for Gemini, please? Scorpio season / November. Okay, so we have more swords energy, which swords is air. This is the 8 of swords on the bottom, and it's about, like, this woman is blindfolded too. And she feels trapped, but do you know how easy it would be for her to go up to one of these swords and just cut that loose? Like, she has that option, but she's blindfolded, so she doesn't see that those swords are there to help her. Or they can help her, but instead she feels trapped in. And she's also surrounded by another cat. Well, there's cats in every card, but then a bird, like there is in this card. Okay, so 8 of swords, feeling trapped, stuck. Yeah. The Empress with this 8 of swords is like a crocodile energy to me. It's like the Empress should feel empowered. She should feel like, you know, it's like the ultimate feminine energy. And that's the bullseye. That's what you want. I think we're just going to keep these 2 cards because it's like, I feel like this is this energy and this is this energy. But with the 8 of swords, yeah, and that bee is even trapped in this circle. It's like it's not moving from the circle. I mean, this could be like the flower, but maybe, you know what they're saying? Have you ever seen those pictures that's like bees sleeping in flowers or something? That's what I'm getting here. It's almost like that bee energy needs woken up, but it's stuck. There's something trapping it because this bee energy is represented by this Empress energy, which is, you know, the Empress embodies all of the queens, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. It's like all aspects of life she represents. But it's like she's sleeping. She's sleeping. She's laying in wait, but she's tired of it. By she, I mean you. I'm just saying she because there's, you know, women in the cards. Okay, so we're going to keep that at that. Oops, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to clarify these with the 78 Doors Tarot. So what is this 2 of Swords, crocodile in reverse energy for Gemini, Scorpio season / November, please? What do we need to know for this crocodile in reverse? Two of Swords energy for Gemini, please. Okay, two cards wanted to come out, but they didn't. I know one was the, actually, I'm not sure. What is this energy for Gemini, please? Can we clarify this Two of Swords? Okay, so we have the Knave of Pentacles, which is like the Page of Pentacles, here on the bottom. And he's just knocking and being patient. Okay, so this is in reverse. It's the Four of Swords in reverse. That's so funny because, like, if I had to pick any animal card to represent the Four of Swords, it would be the crocodile. And the crocodile is in reverse, and the Four of Swords is in reverse. And he's blind. So she has a blindfold and he's blind. And so the Four of Swords represents rest. Needing to rest and meditate and reflect on life and heal and all those things. But it's in reverse. So it's like, it's almost like you're ready. You're so ready to get out of it, but it's almost like life seems like it's preventing you with all this blindfolded energy. Life is preventing you from really going and doing what you want to do, which is the Bee Empress energy. And then the Knave of Pentacles on the bottom, you know, he's knocking at the door and he's waiting for the door to be opened. So it's almost like you're knocking. And he's missing the door. You know, like he doesn't even see the door. Which is like the blindfolded Two of Swords type of thing for me. Because she's already found the door, the bullseye, he's already found the door, but he's walking past it. And she's about to shoot again when she doesn't need to. But, I'm also hearing like there's something knocking at your door that you're not seeing. This opportunity is knocking at your door. And you feel just like, it's like almost if there is an opportunity, you're not seeing it because you feel so closed off to the rest of the world right now. Which is so not like Gemini. So let's see. What is the clarification for this Bee / oh, that's way too many. Way too many. Bee / Empress energy. What is this Bee / Empress energy for Gemini, please? Oh my gosh, they just keep giving me huge stacks. This one's way less, so I'll take it. It's 4 cards. We have the Devil on the bottom. And so, I mean, that's like Capricorn energy if you want to say that. So you could be dealing with Capricorn, but don't have to be. Or you could have Capricorn in your chart. So let's see here. For the Empress Bee energy, we have, I want to make sure you can see these. So we have the Six of Cups, okay. The King of Cups. The Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh, we're going from like air energy straight to major cup energy. And then the Moon. So I think this has something to do with, you know, the full moon. I'm recording this on the day of the full moon. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, you guys, hang on a second. Okay, so I wanted to look in the, in the book for this deck, or for these cards, because this tarot deck doesn't necessarily have the same traditional meanings as other tarot decks. Some of them do, but not all of the cards do. So I kind of wanted to just look and see what they said, because, you know, Six of Cups is usually about like passions from our childhood, whether they be people or hobbies or whatever. They're things from our childhood. But in this one, it's an older woman and she's reading a book to all these children, okay? And it's almost like, I felt like it was her story. It's her story that she's reading to these kids. And then also the way that this man is sitting here, it's like he's also listening. He's listening to the story and he's like toasting her, like, cheers to you, cheers to you. And then we have the, you know, Ten of Cups is like, these people are literally getting married, but it's like ultimate emotional fulfillment. Whatever it is that fulfills you emotionally, whether that be a relationship or a job or whatever it is you want that really fills your cup, it's like the pentacle of it, which is the Empress energy, right? And I'm getting the sense that it's that social aspect of your life that you love so much, it like really fills your cup. Like if you are truly an extrovert, you know, that's how extroverts recharge, is by being around other people, where introverts recharge by being like, they don't necessarily not like being around people, but they need to recharge by being by themselves, and vice versa with extroverts. It's you know, it's not necessarily that they don't like being alone, it's just that to recharge they like to be around people. And then with the moon represents, you know, mystery and whatnot. Now this woman is pregnant too, so we have two pregnant ladies, so I really feel like there's something brewing within you that is really needing to be let out, especially with this devil energy here on the bottom. It's like, you know, devil energy can be like entrapment, obsession, and all of those things. And so it's like almost like what this blindfold is. It's like whatever it is that has you feeling trapped, because they are inside this pentacle here, right? And it's like they're being trapped by the devil, even though they're not chained. It's like the same as that Eight of Swords energy. It's like they're in there, but they're not trapped. They can banish this anytime they choose, right? But they don't think they have the power to, but they do. So anyway, I wanted to look at the Six of Cups especially. So go back to looking at life with the simplicity and wonder of a child / well-being. And so I feel like there's maybe some inner child work, especially because of these two pregnant energies. I'm really feeling that sense of the sense of wonder of the childhood, and maybe you know what I'm hearing? It's like maybe that sense of wonder and that childhood, like freedom, maybe there was something that it was taken away from you too soon because of this King of Cups here. He's sitting there like he's one of the children, but he's an adult. So it's like there's something within your inner child that is needing to be seen, and because he's also secluded. But he's needing to be part of this. That emotional fulfillment. What was the king? Well-educated and intuitive person with a strong sense of humor. Yeah. But he's sitting there like he's one of the children. And then the Ten of Cups. Let's see. Happy emotional situation. Requited love that bears fruit. And then the moon. This door opens onto the depths of the soul, and crossing it could be a wonderful or disturbing experience, which I'm getting with this devil energy. It's like, because the devil energy can mean also like, it's not necessarily just negative things. It's, hang on. Actually, the temptation is strong to open some doors that should probably remain closed. The game can be dangerous, strong erotic impulses, magnetism, at times even moral blackmail. Oh, that's interesting. So this one is inherently negative. But I know that, devil energy, it can have positive aspects, but this one is inherently negative. And so there's something inherently negative, like overshadowing all of this, which is this side, right? It's this side. I feel like this is kind of that devil energy where it's like you feel trapped and you feel just secluded and like you can't go out into the world and like do what makes you emotionally fulfilled. What did the moon say? This door opens onto the depths of the soul, and crossing it could be a wonderful or disturbing experience. What appears is in continuous transformation, and reality blends in with memories and illusions. So that's more of the memories. And so the childhood could have been a little bit, just because it said it could have been a wonderful experience, which is what childhood should be, or a disturbing experience, which is not what childhood should be. And so I feel like there's something that's trapping you from your childhood that needs to be set free so you can live in this energy, because this is beautiful and amazing. Like, this guy should be able to roam free, but instead he's stuck in this like cave. And he's beautiful and amazing, and it said he has a wonderful sense of humor, but he's just stuck. Okay, let's see here. We're at 26 minutes. I kind of want to, hang on. Should I use spells deck? Okay, so they want me to pull a card from the spells deck for you guys. This is the first time I've used this, and you're the second to last video of this month. And this is the first time I've used these cards. So they really want me to give you a spell, because I am recording this on that blue full moon day. It's Samhain with a blue full moon, and so maybe you're really supposed to. I know it's probably not going to load until later in the day, but that's okay. You can still use it. That moon energy is strong. Okay, what does Gemini need? Oh, okay, hang on, it fell on the floor. So first off, we have Jupiter. Jupiter came up in the Capricorn reading, and since you do have the Capricorn card on the bottom here, I feel like maybe that's something you need to go look at or research Jupiter, because and see where your Jupiter placements are. You could have Jupiter in Capricorn or something like that. But go look at, because that reading specifically said it, because normally in my readings I say anyone can watch the videos, just as long as you come with good intentions. But in that video, they specifically said it was for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Okay. And it was not a love reading, and this is not a love reading. So I don't know, maybe they're tied. But anyway, Jupiter, king of the gods in ancient Rome, the planet Jupiter symbolizes sky, thunder, oaths, and wisdom. Okay, let me see what card fell on the ground here for you guys. Okay. We have circle. Oh, man. So maybe this is a perfect day probably to cast a circle and really set in your intentions or releases and transformations and whatnot. So to cast a circle, light 4 candles, 1 for each element, and starting with the east, place a candle on the east, south, west, and north points of the circle. And I know each element has to do with each of the directions, but I'm not quite sure. So you might want to research that first if you decide to do this. Next, light a candle representing divine spirit. Ignite purifying incense in your cauldron. Starting in the east, walk around the circle holding up your cauldron. And if you don't have a cauldron, just like use a bowl or something. Honoring each element. Repeat with your cup, sprinkling water around the circle. Next, walk around the circle with your I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like the Atame, you know, the knife. I don't know if it's Atame, I really don't know. I'm sorry. Visualizing so next, walk around the circle with your knife. Visualizing a purple light, pausing at each direction to welcome the elements. Finally, call in divine spirit. Holding up your wand to the sky, the circle is cast. Proceed with meditation, spells, cakes, and wine. To close, say farewell to divine spirit and walk counterclockwise in the circle, saying farewell to the elements and snuffing out candles. So, I'm so sorry. 30:30 when I got done reading that. I'm going to go ahead and do this, so if you want, you can screenshot it. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the moon. The moon energy for tonight. Okay, tea leaf. What is it that Gemini is needing to release? Okay. Okay, so it's taking a vacation physically or mentally. And then we got a deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So hammock and teapot. Now I'm not thinking that you necessarily need to release a deep friendship with someone of the same sex, but it feels like maybe you're supposed to because of the release aspect. Like, why does one need to release taking a vacation physically or mentally? But I think that's what this is. It's like you felt kind of like stuck and in limbo for a long time, and you need to be set free, like from this hammock. You need to get out of it. Believe in the impossible, because that might feel impossible right now. And honestly, what I'm hearing with this deep friendship with someone of the same sex, I was actually getting the sense of it's like that child, the inner child. Because it's your inner self. It's a person of the same sex, and you have a very deep, intimate relationship with yourself. And so that's what I'm hearing. It's like this inner child needs you to go back and nurture it. It needs nurtured from you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and then broken bridges on the bottom. So maybe there is a friendship you need to release, but I'm also seeing like it's like a bridge from you now to you then, and it needs to be repaired so you can repair. Does that make sense? Whatever it is that is keeping you, it needs repaired. Because once you repair it, you can go. This guy can jump in the water and just go swim and be merry. Okay, Gemini, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it resonated, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I do personal readings. If you're interested, you can email me. All my information is either down below or in my about section. If it resonated, like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate anyone who watched this video. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, and I will see you soon. Bye.